thoughts there, you notice them, this arises, what are you doing there? What is the way that we can reframe? Could you use something like that as an example to take us through this? I love the idea of the philosophy behind this, but I know that you're very strategic and tactical. What I want is to be able to give people some real concrete steps that they can go to, so that when that feeling arises and their neck gets hot and their shoulders get tight and their hearing starts to ring, that they can, that's where I go to.
Yes, great, absolutely. So, first off, let's not even start in the bottom. Let's start at home. Let's really start where the journey starts. Because a lot of people will be sitting at home and they'll go, oh man, I really like to meet somebody, and they'll go out. And then that's when the negative thing starts churning, right? So this is actually something I talk about in the book is, I start with some mental house cleaning. All of these negative thinking habits that prevent us from making the growth and the changes that we want in our lives. Ultimately, like things like overthinking, self-fulfilling prophecies, imposter syndrome, making assumptions about reality, all these things. Once we can recognize those programs that are running, then we have some, offense against them, so we can define them and label them. So this is one of the ones I talk about, is self-fulfilling prophecies. So first off, before we go to the bar, we're gonna, or wherever it is we're going, we're gonna start telling ourselves a story then. So really what's gonna happen, that's gonna affect how we feel whenever we get there. So we're gonna be sitting there, we're gonna go, I wanna go out, I wanna meet somebody. Like, but I'm not that good looking. Look, I'm a bald 40-year-old, That's, I don't know. And like, well, but maybe I'll try. Right? So now you start chewing this thing over. So this right here is where we can start intervening. We can start disrupting the flow of our thinking habits and our patterns right now. Because what's going to happen is that if we start thinking like, no one's going to like me, it's going to be awkward, it's going to be weird, that is what's going to happen. Because you're thinking about this, and so what you're thinking influences how you feel, and how you feel influences how you act, and how you act influences who you are in the world. So if you go into this situation, say then you go to the bar and you're thinking like, yeah, well, I'm glad I made it, but no one's going to talk to me. I don't know, I'm ugly, I suck. Then you're going to be, as you mentioned earlier, you're going to be closed off, you're going to be tense, you're going to be awkward, you're not going to look at anyone in the eye, you're not going to be yourself. And so by allowing yourself to believe that story and not recognizing it as a lie, then you're going to manifest, and not only in a physical way, I mean, just not in a literal way, you're going to create that outcome because you're under the influence of that story, right?
Well, the precise thing that you're fearing will happen is happening, and you're making it happen.
Exactly, just because you're not being yourself, right? So let's say that we start there, and we go, all right, so where's the proof of this, right? So I feel a little awkward, I feel like no one's gonna like me, but I have no proof of this. I haven't been there yet. I don't know what the energy is like, what the vibe like, or who's there. So let's just go and be present and open-minded and lean into curiosity about the moment, as opposed to a story about something negative that's gonna happen to me in the past or present. So continuing to go into curiosity and openness is really valuable, because it allows you to, one, be more yourself and see the world and what you experience in a very clear and fresh way, as opposed to one that is like being shaved down by your own fear, right? So if you get in there, now we're at the bar, right? You're like, okay, cool, I made it, I'm looking around, and now you see someone that you want to talk to. But then that fear comes up again, so you start getting awkward, you start thinking negatively about yourself, and that whole script starts running again. Basically, it's a matter of repeating the same process. So you stop, zoom out, and look at the situation from outside. Like, what's really happening? What's actually happening? You're just a guy standing in a bar. That's what's happening. Nothing. Like, those are some low stakes. You're a guy standing in a bar. One of millions of people that are doing that in the very moment that you are doing it. Now, you think, well, that person, I don't know, I'll go talk to them. Maybe they don't like me. Stop, zoom out, look at it from the outside. Where is the proof of that? Well, there isn't any. That's exactly right. There's no proof. You have no idea what the outcome is going to be. All of the idea of this person's going to like me, that's all projection. It's all you creating, manipulating your own perception and creating a story and then deciding to believe that it's true, and then having it influence your actions. So by taking those moments, whenever you feel the fear in the body, whenever you feel the tension, when you feel the stress, it's using those alarms as reminders. And this is one of the things I like doing, is like the quote unquote bad habits of the negative things, use them as positive reminders. So whenever you feel the tension in the shoulders, oh yeah, that's my reminder to zoom out a little bit, relax, take some deep breaths, and look at the situation from the outside. Let's look at reality, objectivity, as opposed to this weird little festering story that's going on in my brain. So now you can look at the situation. I want to go talk to that person. And you go, no, I'm not, can't do that, not good looking enough. You go, stop, there's no proof of that. Let's relax, calm down, take some breaths, relax the body again. Now you start to approach. And now you're like, well, hold on a second. Now I'm feeling anxious again because what if? What if they turn me down? I'll feel like a dickhead and I'll feel embarrassed and I'll want to run out the fire escape. Right? Again, you stop and go, look, let's zoom out, let's look at this. There are no stakes here. Like, there's no, you're just a guy that's going to go say maybe 10 dumb words to somebody, and either, what's going to happen? Either that person's going to go, it's great to meet you, let's talk a little bit more, or they're going to go, yeah, I'm actually here just with some friends, I don't really want to meet anyone right now. Like, that's what you're worried about. It's not a big deal. It's, you know what I mean? If you really look at it from the big picture and you catch all of those little, the story compounding over time as you're approaching the situation, you see it just doesn't matter, right? And the beautiful part about doing that is that, in the person that goes through that process of watching their body, noticing the tension, relaxing, recognizing the story for the story, breaking that down, and working that in gradual steps so that that becomes easier for them each time that they would say, go up and talk to someone in a bar. But the beautiful part about doing that once is that once you've done it once,